Bedrock is transforming the AI interaction. In today's session, our K21 Academy cloud expert will walk you through its standout features. You will see how Bedrock's top-tier foundation models can be customized with your data, perfectly tailoring AI to your needs. We will also cover seamless integration of generative AI to your workflow and explore Bedrock's robust security, including regional data residency and protection for your personal information. By the end, you will witness Bedrock in action with an interactive playground and a real-world example. And don't miss our special offer, a free class on mastering generative AI on AWS Cloud. So stay tuned.
So now we are working on Bedrock, Amazon Bedrock. Okay. Now, remember one thing, team. Bedrock, as I've told you, in fact, multiple times before as well, this is a service that offers the leading foundation models. We have just now seen the list of those, right? We get to choose from these different foundation models to be able to work on. Also, not only that, it allows us to customize our FM with our own data. Now, how do we do it? Don't worry, we'll be looking at that as well in a minute. Okay, and ultimately, it helps you integrate your Gen AI into your workloads. Okay, so the Gen AI capability into your application, into your workloads, it allows you to do that. Okay. Yes, now I'll tell you, this is something interesting is that, yes, for using these models, for every input token and the output token generated, we pay for it. Okay. Now, depending on what model you are using, the charges, they do differ. But the good thing is they are very, very minimal. Okay. I'll show you, in fact, the last entire month, I might have used it around $2 or $3. I have spent it around that. Okay. Even though I was kind of using it for multiple tasks here and there. Okay. So again, if you're using it extensively, it will charge you more. But again, I'm telling you, it's not a free service, by the way, team. Just an FYI. Okay. Just be aware, it's not a free service. You're paying for what or the number of interactions that you're doing with these models. And depending on which model, the cost differs. Okay, I'll show you the cost page of that as well, just to understand the prices that are around it. Now team, talking about Amazon Bedrock. Okay, it's, as I've told you, allow you to work with FMs effectively, efficiently. Not only that, one more thing I wanted to tell you is it's secure. And when I say secure, try to understand why I'm saying it. Because if you remember, I told you while setting it up is to be aware of the region where you are setting it up. Right. So wherever you are setting it up, in that region, it will be created. If it is North Virginia, it will be there. If it is AP South 1, it will be there. If it is US East 2, it will be there. And your data will reside there too. Okay, so your data will not go out, even if you're customizing it. That's the beauty of it. Okay, so it will be regionally available. Also, it will handle the personally identifiable data very, very carefully. Okay, there are methods of it to make sure that your personally identifiable data is not put forth like that. Okay, we take care of it over there. Okay, also, one more thing, like I told you, is that we can access this particular Bedrock in two ways. Okay, and the two ways are, the first way is through the management console, and the second way is through the Bedrock API. Okay, so try to understand, team. This is how your Bedrock looks like. Okay, for example, this is our Bedrock console, and we make use of different playgrounds. Okay, now there is a chat playground, there is a text playground, and then there is a image playground. As the name itself suggests, what they might be doing is they are used to basically carry out interactions with your. Now, when you say Amazon Bedrock here, what I'm referring to is this Bedrock will allow you to talk to appropriate models, the foundation models in the backend. Okay, so here they have given the example just of Amazon Titan, again Amazon Titan for text as well, Amazon Titan for image as well. But we have different models that are available that you can choose from. Okay, now how it works is, as a user, we will be requesting certain thing. I mean, let us say a prompt maybe. And whatever the prompt that we'll put across to Bedrock, Bedrock will, depending on which playground you have selected, it will pass that prompt, that query to the appropriate foundation model in the backend. Now, the foundation model, you know how it works. We have seen that already. It will take up that input. It will work on that. And depending on what kind of model that is, what kind of output you are expecting, is it a interactive output? Is it a text output? Is it a image output? You will accordingly get the response back. Okay. And that's whatever the response the Bedrock will get, same response will be given back to the user, the corresponding user. Okay. Now, if I have a problem with the software, I want to give the support text and images. Is this possible, or do I need two playgrounds? Now, again, try to understand. That's the same thing like I told. This is not to be used for your actual actual applications, or rather for real needs. There we'll be using it through the APIs, and there you can do it. Whatever the problem that you have, you can supply it with the images, text, and everything. Here, it has limited capability just for the demonstration sake. It is not to be used for real access. It is just for understanding how Bedrock or how foundation models they do work. Okay, so just use this as a demonstrative tool. Okay, this is just one of the example, I believe, what we can use it with. Okay. Now, these are certain services, by the way, team, that we can use it within the, or we can set up these kind of applications through AWS as well. For example, you see, we have users who are having a chatbot UI with Amazon Lex. Okay. And then there is a compute or business logic. Now, what it is doing is whatever the queries that you're putting forth, the business logic. Now, Lambda, by the way, you might not know it, but this is a compute service within AWS, which lets you coordinate this entire task. So what it is doing in this case is whatever the query that you have put in, okay, that query is augmented with your own enterprise data. You see, it is augmented with your own enterprise data. And whatever that augmentation that has been done, okay, so the query and that augmented data, that will be passed on to Bedrock. Okay, after filtering the relevant data, the query augmentation is done using the Kendra, okay, of within AWS. We'll pass it on to Gen AI or the Bedrock model. Again, whatever the response that will come out, the Lambda will pass it on to the users. I mean, I'm just showing you one use case of it, the real world use case of it, how it's been used. In fact, this is something that we'll be doing it, team. Okay, as a part of our RAG as well, to set up our own custom solutions. Okay, so we'll be doing that, but just be aware, okay, how these, now don't worry about what Kendra is, Lex is, and these services. Just understand the overall logic behind what is happening here and how Bedrock can be used in order to get your answers. The queries can be appended with more relevant data if you set up such custom solutions and get the response back. While doing setup, we have to give company name and website, or company name and email ID. Yes. You can give the name and website as well. Even if you give some example ID there, it will still work, by the way. Okay.
Thank you for watching till the end. Ready to dive deeper? Just click the link in the description below and you will be taken to a page like this. Now simply enter your name, your email address, your phone number, and click on book your free seat now. After that, you will reach a thank you page where you can add this session to your Google or Apple Calendar. This is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. So click the link and start your learning journey today. See you in the next video.